What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to ICNV Driver's Edition. I'm out and about trying to make some things happen for the channel, so stay tuned. I got some nice stuff coming your way. And at the same time, I can't help but pay attention to what's going on around the world. So we're going to get into the Z06 making statements. We've seen a lot of YouTubers get behind the wheel. We've seen a lot of YouTubers start to get delivery of their own personal vehicle, and the content is just coming like 90 going north. We've also seen Car and Driver, Road and Track, and several of the other big car critics, or should I say car reviewers, get behind the wheel as well, and they're making content. So I think at this point right now, there's nothing left to say except acknowledge that the C8 Z06 is making a statement from everybody that's gotten behind the wheel and got to experience it firsthand. Let's talk about it.
I'm on it, I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it, you know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic, keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah.
As we get into this video, just like you, I'm a fan. I'm looking at every ounce of content I can get my hands on about this new C8 Z06, especially so I can finally get my hands on one, or at least to get to experience it firsthand through a friend, third party, or etc. And one of the reasons why I felt I had to make this video was because, if you don't remember, I had a video shortly back when I was down in Carlisle, where I stumbled across a few people that actually were sitting there saying that they were more, to me, like Corvette C06 conspiracy theorists, but they were making comments stating that they didn't believe the Z06 could live up to the hype, and that's why GM was postponing it. They also sat there and said the YouTubers are creating more hype for this car, and we're just pushing out information, but the vehicle would never live up to the hype, or they didn't expect the vehicle to live up to the hype, and that's why GM hadn't given it to several of the major car reviewers like Road and Track, Motor Trend, etc., because they didn't want the car exposed as being a flop. Well, I'm here to tell you now, they've gotten their hands on the car, and just like these YouTubers, I'm hearing all these great comments like, it's the best Corvette ever, it's the most engaging vehicle you could possibly drive. It is a true supercar, and probably one of the best supercars ever made. Dollar for dollar, you can't find another supercar that can beat it. It's the entry-level supercar that's making the supercar market cringe. There are so many comments coming in from so many sources, and everything has been nothing but one positive endorsement after another. I guess to all the conspiracy theorists, your beliefs have now been put to bed. Or are you still going to hold on and fight? We'll see. As I'm out traveling, I can't help but look at the content that's being produced from all the YouTubers that have gotten their hands on the C8 Z06. And some well-known YouTubers have gotten their hands on the C8 Z06, like Speed Phenom, Street Speed, Stradman. Amelia just took delivery before I started making this film. And several other small YouTubers whose channels are growing like wildfire, because when I first saw some of their videos, they may have had 200-300 followers. I checked back today, they're at 600 and 700, so they're growing, and we all know why. Because people want to see the hype surrounding this car. And even a first-hand experience of a brand new buyer, they can only give out information that we are dying to hear. Before we continue on, please hit the like button. Like buttons make a difference, especially when it gets content like this in circulation for all you Corvette enthusiasts. So hit the like button so this information gets circulated to fellow Corvette enthusiasts. Also subscribe to the channel. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. before the end of the year. As you see, we're on a steady pace and we're almost at that goal. So please hit that like button, share the video, share it to other Corvette enthusiasts, especially since I own one, but we do cover other topics. Now, let's get back into this video. If we turn our focus to well-known YouTubers that we have grown to love over the years, we look at Austin, or Speed Phenom, as he took delivery of his car. He's taken us on a voyage from his delivery, cross-country driving, to the things I like the most, stopping along the way and sharing the experience of the car firsthand with other car enthusiasts or Corvette lovers. All the way till he made it home, and now he's given us good track content that we can watch as well. Then if we shift our focus to Stradman, he took delivery of his car and he shared that experience with us as well. Then he drove it home, had a little fun in Ohio. I think he got to Chicago, and if I'm not mistaken, he shipped it home from there. A very similar circumstance with Amelia. She took delivery of her car, and so far all I've seen is her make it to Ohio, but she's en route to get her car home. And then my man Street Speed, he got his hand on the car thanks to TJ Hunt bagging out. And from him, as always, we get content of the first thing that he decided to do was break his car in and then upgrade the exhaust. So we have content coming from Street Speed based on the aftermarket side as well. So all this information is being released. And from the smaller YouTube channels I'm starting to see, many of them are just trying to get their car home from Corvette museum deliveries, picking them up at dealerships. We've seen things as cars getting PPF installed or paint correction applied. But either way, I've been watching some of their content as well. Now, what are my thoughts so far from everything I've seen? Well, I'll look at the big hitters first, like Car and Driver, Motor Trend, other YouTubers we like Straight Pipes, and as I watch their video, I start to get more and more knowledgeable of the C8 Z06, from the heritage to the things that changed over the car throughout the years, and to the performance and how it measures up against other supercars. And one thing I keep hearing is that the C8 Z06 has a very unique exhaust note that sounds like a stronger, beefier Ferrari. And that's been said by several people. At the same time, we've gotten conflicted point of views on the actual overall styling of the car. Because as many people know, and I've even said myself, I felt like the C8 Z06 wasn't a big enough change body-wise that the unfamiliar Corvette eye could tell that it was a special vehicle. And we've gotten some feedback on that as well, as some people have said they actually like the unique styling, and others have said that said it wasn't enough or it wasn't dramatic enough. And I can kind of agree with both statements, which is kind of crazy, but I can kind of agree with the latter of the two, that it wasn't enough of a dramatic change. I feel like there should have been something else besides you having to upgrade to the Z07 package and get the gigantic wing to create a real difference between the two cars. And now that they have the wing out in the aftermarket, it's, to me again, not enough of a difference. But I guess that's just the time and changes that we're in today with the market, because you can always find somebody willing to produce an aftermarket setup that will make your car look closer to the vehicle it's not, but the vehicle you desire. I've sat back and I've watched countless, I almost want to say hours of different launch controls and different people running around the track, and so many point of views on each individual's track performance and experience that I feel really well reserved and knowledgeable of this car. And I cannot lie to you, it makes me want to get behind the wheel of one as well. And although I would like to take it on a track, I have no desire to own a track car to actually drive it on the track consistently. I just think I would like to at least take 3 or 4 laps in it and just get the experience so I can say I've done it. Now, moving on to our favorite YouTubers that we have subscribed through the years, and we were taking this journey with them to actually get the car. My thoughts on what they've been putting out so far is, I think Speed Phenom has done a great job. And I say that because you can truly see his innocence as he travels across the country and how so many people actually embrace him. It's one of those experiences where you feel like even if you don't know him, you've known him and you've known him for a long time. And he's so humble and he shares his experience and his encounters with people so well. I've seen nothing but positive images from other people, not from his channel, from other people posting videos with him showing up and just being so friendly, showing off his car and allowing people to get a first-hand touch and view of it, that I have so much more respect for Austin. So, and then I look at Stradman. I love his energy. And what he did was just really, I say, bring back the whole joy and first time experience I had when I saw my vehicle that I tried to suppress, but he brings back the energy of just getting a new car, something that's rare and you know everybody wants to see. And that's how I felt when he took delivery of his car. Of course, his energy, I don't know if I will ever be able to match that, but I know one thing, I truly, genuinely enjoy his videos. And just seeing him trying to run down that car was a great experience for me, because I could see myself doing it as well. But at the same point in time, he has received some criticism for doing it so early in the game. His car's even had a malfunction since then, where he has now discovered a transmission leak, and he's putting out content in the Batcave, that he's called it, where his car could not be moved, and he spent the whole day trying to move it around just to get it so it can be serviced. So check out that video. Now, Amelia, America's sweetheart, I couldn't say anything less, because she has nice energy as well, and I really enjoyed going along with her for her delivery experience. One thing about her experience is, as we've seen, out of the 4 major YouTubers that have gotten cars, 3 of them came from the same location. And that should be a big enough statement in its own. And from my knowledge, 2 more well-known YouTubers will be getting their car from that same location as well. So as of right now, minus Sioka, this one dealership is becoming a professional at selling C8 Z06s. Now, my man Street Speed, who took delivery of his car, or should I say TJ Hunt's car, since TJ Hunt backed out, that was a really unique experience. And one thing I can say about my man Street Speed is he gives us a different type of content with his car that most of us would not even think to go do when we first get our hands on a car. And that makes me think about one of the statements he said, whereas he said certain people were selected by GM to make sure they got cars, and he wasn't one. I'm not bashing my man in any way, shape, or form, but I can almost understand, or let's just say, watch the video and let me know what you think. But I really can say, if GM intentionally slighted him, I could see why. And the reason why I state this is he's made 3 good videos about upgrading the exhaust system on his car. But at the same point in time, his comments make it seem as if he never really watched the true breakdowns or release information that GM has been putting out about building the car. The time and effort they put into the exhaust note and things of that nature. So a lot of his comments, when he's getting his exhaust system or starting the process to get his exhaust system built, is it comes across as if he's bashing the engineering of General Motors on the Corvette. And I know he's not, because he actually likes the Corvette, owns several Corvettes. But when he comes out and says things like, oh, this looks so cheap, and they could have did a better job with this. And when you start dissecting the engineering that went behind the vehicle, and the way you say it or how it comes across can be taken a different type of way. So maybe that is why he was slighted by GM as to getting the vehicle early. I can't make that comment because I don't know. I firsthand had nothing to do with it, but I just want you guys to take a look at that. Let me know if you think I'm wrong or I'm right. But either way, I've enjoyed all the content that all these people have put out. And then, like I said beforehand, several smaller YouTube channels has dropped some nice content as well. We're seeing cars get paint correction done, detailers looking to put PPF on the vehicles, and we've even seen some people just pick up their car because for some odd reason, everybody that has pretty much gotten a car, or should I say the majority of people have gotten a car that's been releasing content, live in colder climates, and they're really looking to put their cars to bed or not have the opportunity to get out and drive them like we would like to see. I don't even know if that was strategically done by GM, but that's just what I'm seeing firsthand. Now, one thing about this is I have a friend that knows somebody that just took delivery of a C8 Z06, and he's going to try to help me get to meet this person so I can possibly get some firsthand information, interaction with an owner of a C8 Z06, and get you guys some content from a Z8 Z06 firsthand. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm telling you right now, I'm going to try to make that happen. So we might have some good news with that coming later on the channel. So let me know if you think the Z06 is making a statement, and if you're impressed with all the videos that have come out so far. Drop me something down in the comments. But as for now, ICNV Driver's Edition, please hit the like and subscribe, share the video. We'll have more videos coming your way. We got a lot more topics to talk about. But as always, stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you in these streets. Peace.